the tyres seem to hold on well.
What do they do? Hey guys, welcome to another episode of 0 to 60. On this episode, we're taking the M2 out for a spin to see if that Dorch pump has done what it says on the box. Has it fixed the fuel pressure problem? Let's take it for a spin. So, you've got the first revision, is the Jordan tuned map?
Carry Jordan.
Carry Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan tuned.
And it's fully 85.
Yep.
You've got an N55 M2, fully 85. Let's go and see what it does. You reckon when did you put the map on? Like 2 hours ago?
Yeah.
So you haven't done a lot of time. You've sent one log over to Jordan Tuned.
Yes. It feels strong. It feels torquey.
Yeah. I always thought this car did though. Even on 98, it felt super torquey through the mid.
Yeah, and it feels very linear. Like it just comes on like a surge. But I want to see what you think.
All right. And so what would well actually, on the E30 tune, your high pressure fuel pressure was going down to like 1200, wasn't it? Or 1000.
1000, yeah. Which is when it was doing its cutting.
All right guys, so you'll be able to keep an eye on the... Oh, fucking hell, man. Whoa! Dude! That felt like you didn't go full throttle till it was about $3,000.
Yeah.
And then it broke loose. Okay. Right, I was going to say, you guys can keep an eye on the high pressure fuel pressure down in the corner. Right now it's reading just over 2,000. So basically when you'd load it up before, you'd drop down to 1,000. So you can see what that Dorch is doing straight away. Fucking hell. Pardon my French. What's with people scaring me in their cars this week? What are your thoughts on it right now? Like, is the drivability change much from the Boot Mod 3 OTS tune?
No, it feels super smooth. It feels like, like you'd expect a car to drive from the factory, just with a lot more power.
Just more powering.
Yeah.
Huh. Nice little 100 zone. I don't know if that was 3 to 4 or 4 to 5 shift, but that, as it engaged the next gear, the torque in the mid. Isn't E85 a wonderful thing?
And it beats having to mix, 98 with 85 to try and get E30.
Yeah, so where we are, E85 is pretty readily available. There's not going to be many places where you go where you're going to not be able to get 85, is there?
It's always within range.
Yeah.
You have to plan around it. It's not, at every petrol station.
And you loved having the little bit extra power that the mixing of the ethanol was giving you on the E30 map.
Yeah, when the fuel pumps were working.
When the fuel pumps were working. But it's still a pain in the ass to have to calculate and then have the concern as to whether the mix is right in the tank, because these don't have an ethanol sensor.
Correct.
So that's why you bit the bullet.
Yes. And the app too, so if you Connected Drive will tell you how many litres of fuel you've got left, but wildly inaccurate. So, your app would tell you that you're putting in 40 litres of fuel, but it would take 36.
Ah, yes.
And so inherently it's wrong every single time, and so you're slowly getting more and more ethanol in there, I suppose, unless you go right back to an empty tank.
So envious of your DCT and all the noises it makes. The flutter when you lift off is so good. You know where the left turn is?
I do not. You might have to point it out for me.
Point it out, and that's that's just here actually. That's the best road to do a full 3rd and 4th gear pull.
This one here?
Yep. So that's loading up in 3rd.
I'm just going to do 3 for logging.
Okay. That is at the top. I think that went high. At the top, that was 2,900 psi.
Yeah, nice.
At the top of the rev range. You'll be able to do another log just to the left here.
Did you feel that then?
I did. That was a stutter. I don't know what that was.
How do you think it feels in comparison?
Now I got it when I went full E85 on my car. I think the mid, like between sort of 3,000 to 4,500, feels significantly stronger.
Yeah.
So you don't get so much of a gradual ramp up to the rev range. It feels like you get that bigger hit through the mid-range RPM. Once it's over 5,000, it feels similar to me. I could be completely wrong with what I'm feeling.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's that mid-range RPM, which is what you use if you're having a bit of a squirt out on the road. It's that mid-range power that's quite useful overtaking, that sort of thing, pulling out of a corner. That's where this is definitely feeling quicker.
Yeah, it'd be very interesting to see times like 60 to 120s and even 0 to 100 if it can actually put the additional power down, or if it struggles.
Confident you're not going to be able to put the power down. Completely confident. Don't pull in and let us take over.
Yeah,
I want to drive.
Did you feel that stutter then as well?
I did. I wonder what that is.
Well, we've got it on the logs, so we'll find out.
Yes. Right. We'll give him in. Sport plus. Right.
That might not have even been recording properly.
The logging or the screen recording?
Screen recording.
Bugger.
Do you want Sport Plus or do you want DSC off?
DSC off. Whatever's the most aggressive.
Yeah, well, Sports Plus just gives you super aggressive throttle response.
Gotcha.
DSC, and it's only like DTC kind of mode.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to roll it on, see how it feels to the old N55. Significantly stronger. That feels
quick.
Stronger than my car. It could be the shifts have a lot to do with that. Like my post-shift timing corrections are ridiculous at the moment.
Right.
I need to get that sorted out because I just lose so much power after the shift.
But also putting the power down must make it feel stronger.
Absolutely.
Because your car, you're not getting that same G because you're spinning one wheel.
I love the gearbox. You don't lose your license.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I probably have. It's just in the mail. Do you feel like it's more like linear? It's not as spiky.
Yeah, and I think it's what on earth are you doing? I think it's the power coming in earlier.
Right.
You're getting a massive wave of torque earlier in the rev range.
Yeah.
Instead of it sort of ramping up.
But it seems the tyres seem to hold on well.
What do they do?
Unless you're turning.
I want to try that because mine wouldn't have gone sideways then.
Right.
It would have just done that one wheel peel.
Yeah. Wing, if it's tyre spin or not.
Yeah. Dude, it's fucking, pardon my French, it is strong.
It'll be interesting to see if this is just the base E85 map, right?
This is just the first revision.
Yeah.
He hasn't even wound it up yet.
Exactly. We're only targeting like 17 PSI.
Whoa. I look forward to having a go at it when it's all finished. But I guess for the case of this video, we wanted to see what the high pressure was doing.
Perfect.
And on a pull now, you've got over double the pressure that you had with more E85 content.
Yep.
It's mega. You happy?
Very happy.
It was worth the 6-hour install.
It would have been better without the 6-hour install.
And again, have you spoken to Dorch directly yet?
Yes. So Dorch thought they had reached out to the supplier, but for whatever reason, the email didn't go through. So they've been hugely apologetic, as has the supplier, even though obviously they were not. They had no idea basically.
Yeah. I think it's like a lot of people, and I guess I'm in third. A lot of people online, it's very easy to jump to point fingers and get upset. I mean, there was one little part that was wrong.
Yeah.
And everyone through the supply chain has been so good about getting sorted, and that goes to show that the way they act when there's a problem says more about a company than anything else, I think.
Absolutely. Stuff happens, right? And you just need to...
Yeah. Dorch knew there were a couple of not faulty, but incorrect parts out there, and they're on the hunt for them. As soon as they saw the Instagram post, they messaged us.
Yeah.
Right off your...
Well, at least wait for me to
$80,000
enjoy it for a bit more.
Oh, dude, thanks for letting me take it for a quick spin and film it.
That's all right.
We will, once the final Jordan-tuned map is all sorted, we'll get it back and we'll do a proper 0-60 on it.
Yes,
see how much quicker it really is.
Or how much slower it is because it can't put the power down.
This is going to be... This car's now at the level where we need to start timing 100 to 200s. You keen?
Yeah, just as well we've got access to that private track.
All right. Look, everyone, thank you very much for watching. Yeah, it's a bit of an intro into what happens when you fit a Dorch pump to an M2.
Good things.
Yeah, good fuel pressure things. Dude, this car's wild. This is goals. I want to try and get my car feeling like this as much as I can. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you've had one of these Dorch pumps and you had any good or bad experience, hit us up in the comments below. People will be reading up to see what they're like. Yeah, and if you've got your M2 running full E85, let us know what process you went through, who tuned it, and what it's going like. This thing, I think, is going to be fucking wild.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be many running E85.
There's not.
I wonder why.
I don't know, it's that happy juice. All right, guys, we'll catch you on the next one.